again. Good on you legends and legendettes of the interwebs. My name as always is Charles Gavan and welcome to the Sunday review. The Sunday review is something I did a while back ago, and of course I used to do music, and I thought I'd switch it up a bit. Now I'm going to be trying doing movie reviews, game reviews, any stuff that you guys would like me to review. Of course, let me know in the comments down below. And today is none other than, that's right guys, today we are of course going to be doing Sabans Power Rangers the movie 2017. I can't believe that we finally have it. When it got leaks all that while ago and we got the first few glimpses of the epicness that is Power Rangers, I was super hyped for the film. But does it suck or not? That's the main thing of this review, and to let you guys know what I think of it. And bear in mind, this is only my own personal opinions and it doesn't reflect anybody else's views. Everyone else's views are of course different. So of course the Sabans Power Ranger movie is of course a reboot of that classic 1990s TV series of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Of course, I'm really hyper. I'm really sorry. I've been wanting to do this for so long. So of course I'm recording this on Friday, which means there's of course been 1 week since the first release. So happy birthday, or happy 1 week theoretical movie release. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like a lot of people, I of course grown up on the television series. I watched all the way series up until it got really weird, like Dino Force and all that other. There's a moth in the room. I'm watching you. Absolutely adored the series growing up, like I've already previously said about 30 seconds ago, and I'm kind of just waffling on, so let's go on the review, shall we? The film itself is produced by Lionsgate and directed by, I even wrote it down so that I couldn't mess up his name, Dean Israelite. Dean Israelite? Something like that. Becky G, Naomi Scott, Dacca Montgomery, Ludi Lin and RJ Seiler of course play the Rangers themselves, a group of young youths troubled by today's nature and ultimately spend their time in detention. And this is of course nothing like the original series, in which the Power Rangers were of course in a social centre in Angel Grove, I do believe, where Jason is teaching karate, Kimberly is a gymnastics person of some sorts, Ludi Lin and all the others are kind of like doing other stuff. I can't remember exactly what they're doing, but they're doing other stuff and they're not in detention. Do you hear me, Lionsgate? Now of course the role of the Rangers, led by the legend Bryan Cranston, who is playing Zordon, is to of course overcome the forces of evil, in which case it is Rita Repulsa, played by none other Elizabeth Banks. I have no idea who she is. A lot of people out there probably do, so I'm sorry if you do. I just don't. Now the film itself was generally visually pleasing. I mean, there was everything I wanted to see there from a Power Rangers movie, and my god did it deliver. Now the visuals themselves, they gave the Power Rangers suits and Zords and and of course the Megazord. It gave it a general 21st century new look, but while staying true to the original Power Rangers and Megazord forms. It was just so good to see a general reboot of my ultimate favourite classic television series. Now of course I am going to be biased because this of course is my favourite television series, and I was super hyped when they released the trailer for it, and yeah, that's probably why I'm so excited while doing this movie review. It's late, alright, it's late on a Friday. It's my day off I've had off since 9 days of pure straight work, so I'm sorry if I'm a little senile. The storyline itself is very similar to the first few episodes of season 1, and obviously it introduces Rita Repulsa, etc. We see Goldar. It's just general stuff like that. But although this film, in my eyes, is a masterpiece, it is not without its flaws. There are a couple, so I'm of course going to hit up the old spoiler alert on the screen right now for you guys. So if you haven't seen the film, first of all, I don't know why you're watching this review unless you want to know a view of somebody else before you go watch it. So it's a good film. Click off now if you don't want to see any other spoilers. I love your faces. Peace off. Goodbye. But for those of you that have seen it, I'm of course going to lift off a couple of my pet peeves to do with this film. Number one is Rita Repulsa is on Earth already. Now, some of you who have watched the series, do you remember the first opening credits sequence? Hell, do you even remember the first couple of minutes of season 1, episode 1? That's right, Rita Repulsa is not on Earth. She is on a planet and she is in what is known as the space dumpster bin thing. Now the space dumpster bin, for those of you who do not know, here's a true science fact. Not even true science fact, but it's a true fact for you nonetheless. God almighty. Rita Repulsa is imprisoned within this space dumpster bin. Why? Because in the fate of the world, Zordon and Rita go head to head in none other than a coin toss. Now of course Zordon won this very strange coin toss on another planet to decide the fate of Earth. It's weird, I know, in which Zordon then entrapped Rita Repulsa and her minions inside this dumpster bin and then got rid of her. And is then awakened by some weird astronauts. That's the one I got there in the end, didn't I? Huh? Number 2 is the Megazord transformation. Megazord, absolutely epic, love it, cannot have a fault with it. But the one fault I do have is of course the additional transformation. Transformation in the series, very, very epic. Infusion. Kaboom, Megazord, wow! In the film, you can't see jack all going on with the Megazord transformation because it is engulfed by flames. And that took a real kick in the nuts for me. I get it, Megazord transformation is still happening, but you can hardly see what's going on, and it's really, really disappointing because the Megazord transformations is always the best part of any Power Rangers television series episode. Now of course obviously that's just 2 of the pet peeves. There are probably others, but for me those were the 2 main ones that I just did not understand. The entire film is a very nostalgic trip though. Alpha 5 by example, again spoiler alert, flashing on screen. Alpha 5 does of course say his signature ay 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 several times over, and after the first time it's like, oh yes, and kind of gets a little bit irritating towards the end, but still happy that he says it. He also does say a very racist line, but obviously if you guys have watched the film you obviously realise why. And there are a lot of just like really, really awesome throwbacks to the television series. The original soundtrack is on there as well, the Go Go Power Rangers. That's when they first get into their Zords and it's sort of running. It was just such a epic uniqueness, and I loved it. I was grinning from ear to ear as soon as that happened. There's just genuinely a lot of good things to say about the movie, and it definitely outweighs the bad points. I urge every 10-year-old within you, or however old you were when you first saw the Power Rangers television series, to go and watch this film. It's nostalgic. It's epic, it's so good, and I'm so happy that obviously Lionsgate have done this. They've obviously left open the door for a second Power Rangers movie, and of course obviously another spoiler alert, if you guys haven't already seen it, they've obviously left the door open for Tommy to come in. The Easter egg at the end was absolutely epic, super hyped for the original Tommy and Kimberly cameos, and a lot of people want the Green Ranger to be a girl, despite obviously the end credit sequence. I'm sorry if that gets annoying, but I'd rather just cover my own track. Obviously the end title sequence, you obviously see an open chair with the varsity jacket on the back, and obviously the detention teacher calling Tommy. We all know what's going to happen, but a lot of people are obviously calling for a girl Green Ranger, even though Tommy has already been announced, even though he's not been casted yet, and it's kind of, you know, I just want Tommy, alright? I can't say anything better. So all in all, this film is going to get a 4 Zordons out of 5. Incredibly geeky, I know. It would have had 5 if the smaller imperfections would have been ironed out and dealt with, but unfortunately it weren't, so that's why it's only got 4 out of 5 Zordons. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Sunday review. Next week we'll actually be up a little bit late. It's going to be Wrestlemania. And I'll try and get Harriet involved in it as well. If you guys did enjoy Power Rangers, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what your favourite part is. And of course, obviously flag up your comments saying spoiler alert if you are going to post anything. My name, as always, has been Garciavier. It's time for bed, because I need sleep. Of course, hit that like, share, comment and subscribe buttons for me up on my personal accounts, which can of course be found in the description down below. And until next time, I love your beautiful faces. Peace out and goodbye.